स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यत्पदाम्भोरुह ध्यानविध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुताम् उपयातोऽहं यामुनेयं नमामि तम्। Traditionally, Ramanujacharya was born in 1017 AD, 11th century, and lived 120 years and passed away in 1137 AD. His father was Asuri Keshav Dikshita. Asuri Keshav Dikshita, he lived in Sri Ramanujar, and he was a very great expert in several sacrifices of the Vedas. Therefore, he was called Sarvakratu. Sarvakratu means a person who can perform any type of sacrifices. And his wife was Kantimati, and she was a both were very pious people. And this mother was the sister of another great saint called Sri Shailapurna, who was a disciple of Alavandar, about whom we are going to hear. So this couple, they did not have children for a long time. Therefore, they came to Tiruvallikeni here and started praying to Tiruvallikeni god Parthasarathi. And then Ramanuja was born. Keshava Dikshita prayed at the Parthasarathi temple at Tiruvallikeni. In the dream, Parthasarathi appeared to him, and he told him, I am pleased with your dharma and penance, your tapasya. I myself will be born as your son. So Sri Krishna promised that he would himself come and be the son of this Asuri Keshava Dikshita. And Ramanuja was born, and the place of birth was Sri Parambudur, on way to Kanchipuram, of course, we all know. And Ramanuja is considered as avatar of God's eternal attendant, Adhyaksha. Adhyaksha is the snake on which Vishnu is lying down. So that Adhyaksha himself has come in the form of Ramanuja. That is the traditionally people believe. And Adhyaksha had come as Lakshmana also, along with Ramachandra in the Ramayana Yuga. And so he is also this name, that was why the name was given as Ramanuja. Ramanuja means the brother of Rama, that is Lakshmana, who is Adhyaksha himself. So here also Ramanuja is Adhyaksha. So named him as Ramanuja. Ramanuja also can be interpreted as Krishna. Rama is Balarama. Balarama's Anuja, brother, is Sri Krishna. Therefore, because Parthasarathi blessed him, I will be born. So an Amsha, a part of Parthasarathi himself, was there in the form of Ramanuja. That is what the people believe. Because Parthasarthi's boon, I will be born, Krishna himself, as Gita Acharya, was born. That is how the devotees believe. And the child had many auspicious marks of Vishnu. So as a child, the child was highly intelligent and had prodigious memory. Only once if he heard anything, he would immediately remember it for all time. So nothing would escape his memory. So that is why he did not study much in the class. So he would go to the class, but he would be moving about here and there, only giving one part of the ear to what was going on in the class. So he could hear everything and remember everything. And it is a great devotional nature right from the very beginning. He was attracted to not only gods and goddesses, to devotees of gods and goddesses. If he found any devotee going to temple, he will go along with him to his temple. If somebody is coming out from the temple, he will go and then ask him, what did he see in the temple? So he was so much attached to both gods and goddesses and devotees also. So like this, he got attached to one great devotee called Kanchi Purna or Tirukachinambi. The Tirukachinambi lived in Punamalli. So he would go on foot to Kanchipuram and render free services to Varadaraja there. He was a great Vaishnava. When he would go from Punamalli to Kanchi, it has to go via Sri Parambudur. So at Sri Parambudur, Ramanuja would be waiting for this Tirukachinambi to come. When he would see Tirukachinambi, he would go on talking with him, walk all the way to Kanchipuram, hear many things about the glory of the Lord, glory of devotion, and glory of the devotion to God, what merit it can bring. So he got so much attached to Kanchi Purna. He considered him as if he was his guru. Then once, he Ramanuja invited Kanchi Purna to come and have food in his house. So when, after taking food, Kanchi Purna was sitting there, Ramanuja sat at his feet and started massaging his feet, shampooed his feet. Kanchi Purna felt very, very uncomfortable, but he did not say anything. So like that, days after day, so Kanchi Purna used to come to their house, Ramanuja would entertain him. Then one day, somebody remarked that, Kanchi Purna was not of a high caste in society, and Ramanuja belonged to a higher caste. He should not go and shampoo his feet. Kanchi Purna himself also said, no, you should not shampoo my feet. Then Ramanuja, as a young man, hardly was 15, 16 years old at that time. Then Ramanuja told him, is it the sacred thread that a Brahmana wears, or the real devotion that is there inside you, which makes a person superior? Just because I wear a sacred thread, will I become superior to you? How much of devotion you have got to God? Therefore, you are certainly a greater devotee. God will accredit you with a greater devotion than a person who is wearing simply a sacred thread and does not have devotion. A revolutionary indeed he was. So that is why Swami Vivekananda considered Ramanuja as a true reformer of India, a person who thought in original lines. So wherever you have, there must be some original thinking. So all will fall into a rut. And when you go into a devotional line, everybody goes on following what has been done. But something is wrong. People think that the marks and the external show is superior than the real devotion inside. So Ramanuja did not accept it. So Swami Vivekananda considered Ramanuja as one of the revolutionary people who brought great changes in our Hindu society. Then when he was about 16 years old, as was usual in those days, he was married to one Rakshambal. And after a month, father of Ramanuja passes away. So when father passes away, the education was not complete. So he had received a lot of education, but higher education in religious literature, which was called Vedanta. So he had to get that one. So for that in Sri Parambudur there was no great scholar. Therefore the mother arranged for his education at Kanchipuram. So they shifted over from Sri Parambudur to Kanchipuram. So there the great Vedantic scholar was there. He was called Yadava Prakasha. He was an Advaitic teacher of great repute. He was really, later on now, we know so many schools of Advaita. What we call it the Yadava Prakashiya Advaita, it is not the Advaita of Shankara. It is a philosophy which is called Bheda Advaita. So Bheda Vada. But at that time he was the greatest scholar. So Ramanuja was sent to learn this Bheda Advaita or Advaita Vedanta. Then naturally Ramanuja, we have seen, right from his young age he was a great devotee. He considered God as a person, God as the father, mother, relative, friend, lover. So he is attached to every one of his beings. We are all his children. He is our creator. He is our father. So that was how Ramanuja considered God, the supreme God. Whereas in Advaita, they say that God is neither father nor mother. He has no love, he has no hatred. He is nirguna, nirvishesha. He doesn't have any qualities in him. He is only existing. So that is the stand of Advaita. As Ramanuja was born a lover of God, a bhakta, he could not relish the Advaitic interpretation of many theistic texts of the Upanishads. So one day, the Yadav Prakasha, the teacher, was teaching one text from Chandogya Upanishad. That Chandogya Upanishad, it says, Tasya yatha kapyasam pundarekaksham evam akshini. The eyes of the Lord were red, like kapyasa pundarekaksha. So the meaning of this kapyasa pundarekaksha, what the teacher gave example was the buttocks of the monkey are red, like that the Lord's eyes were red. So this is how that Advaitic teacher told. Immediately Ramanuja got a shock. What to compare the color of the eyes of the Lord to the buttocks of the monkey? He said he started shedding tears. Then the Guru asked him, why are you shedding tears? Sir, your interpretation is very, very wrong. It is wrong even in the sense of good literature. It's called hinopama. You cannot compare a higher thing with a lower thing. Even in literature you cannot do it. How could you interpret this mantra from the Chandogya Upanishad? Then the Guru challenged him. Then you interpret. How will you interpret it? Kapyasam pundarekaksham, it is there. I said it is the buttocks of the monkey. Then he said, no, that kapyasam is not monkey at all. Kam pibati iti kapihi. That which drinks water, absorbs the water from the seas, that is Surya. So there kapi means the Surya. So kapya asyate vikasyate. This Surya makes the lotus flower blossom. So it is the blossom, the lotus flower that is compared to here. And you do not know to give the meaning, proper meaning. Kapyasa means you take it away as a straight meaning. It is not a straight meaning, it is a yogic artha you should take. Then the Guru got the shock. What this fellow is thinking so much deeper than what I know. He seems to be knowing more. From that day itself, the differences of opinion started. At another time, Yadav Prakasha expounded that Brahman was Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Brahman himself was truth. Brahman himself was Ananda. Brahman himself was knowledge. Truth, knowledge and infinity. And the other way, he is nirvishesha. He is not a lover. Loving is not a quality in him. He cannot express it. He is there. He is a sweet person. That does not mean that he has got sweetness to distribute to you. So he is made up, somebody is made of a sugar cane. So from sugar cane juice for sugar candy, so you make an image. That itself is sugar. So you cannot eat it. It will be there, that's all. So like that Brahman, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, all these three are his Swarupa. He cannot express Satya or Jnana or Ananta, etc., etc. The Guru was telling. Ramanuja again contested him. No, sir. God is there to teach Satya to everyone. It is his greatest quality. He is not only, he is eternally true, but he speaks always truth. He acts always truth. And he shows the path of truth to others. So like this, Jnana, he has got infinite knowledge. He gives knowledge to others. That is also a quality of him. It is not his own stature, but he expresses that one in 100 ways. Like that he has got numberless, endless qualities which are auspicious to others. Ananta Kalyana Gunagadata Vishishtha. Then again teacher got the shock. This fellow is going ahead of what I teach. If I teach, he is going much further than me. Then soon Yadava started treating Ramanuja as not as a disciple, but as his enemy. So he wanted to, he started thinking that he is just now, whatever I say, he is giving a different exposition. After some time, he may start his own school of philosophy, which may be counter to what I am teaching. And then he is really more powerful than me. Every time I am getting defeated in his hand. Therefore, my whole philosophy will go, my name will go. Therefore, it is better to kill this fellow. So this is how the Guru planned to put an end to Ramanuja's life. So he planned with other disciples, let us go on a Tirtha Yatra, a pilgrimage to the north. So somewhere in a very deep forest, let us finish off this Ramanuja and throw him away. Nobody will know. Then we will say we have gone through so many forests. So he went out and then he did not come back. He might have been eaten away by some violent animal. So nobody will catch us. So that is how they had planned. What happened actually was, one of his relatives, Govinda, his cousin brother, he was also a student of Yadav Prakasha. And Govinda was very much attached to Ramanuja. When the Guru was planning this stratagem, then this Govinda came to know. He came and then they started off on the tour. So they were resting in an interior place, almost in an interior forest. At that time, then Govinda comes and tells in the dead of night to Ramanuja, you see, they have planned like this. They are going to kill you here and throw you away somewhere here and go away. Be careful. Then Ramanuja became aware. So from that time onwards, he was very, very alert how to escape from this group. The next day night, when he was lying there, then he thought, suddenly he found one couple have come, hunter couple, the husband and wife. They came and woke up Ramanuja. Then Ramanuja said, who are you at this dead of night you have come? Oh yes, we are going to Kanchipuram, so we are on the way. So we are tired, so we will take rest here. And early morning, we will get up and go away. Will you also come? We will take you to Kanchipuram. He said, yes, I will come. Then just they lay down for a short while. Immediately those couple got up. They took Ramanuja also with them. How they travelled almost 400, 500 miles in one night. Next day early morning, Ramanuja found himself near Kanchipuram. And the couple disappeared from there. So later on, Ramanuja used to say, it was God alone who came in the form of the couple to save me, because I am a devotee of God. God never leaves his devotees in difficulty. So they came and saved me from this stratagem of my Guru to kill me. So when he reached, then he started again serving in the temple of Varadaraja. In the meanwhile, Yadav Prakasha, slowly after going to several pilgrimages, he came back and found Ramanuja there in Kanchipuram. Ramanuja was so great, so he did not reveal that he knew all the stratagem and he escaped. So he just kept quiet, again started attending the classes of Yadav Prakasha. So the classes were continuing. In the meanwhile, when once Ramanuja was in the temple of Varadaraja, then another one great saint from Sri Rangam came. That great saint was called Yamunacharya or Alavandar. The Alavandar was a great saint. He was the head of the Vaishnava community. He was the head of the Sri Rangam Mutt. So in the Sri Rangam Mutt, from there he had come to visit Varadaraja. When he came to Varadaraja, he saw Ramanuja doing service to Varadaraja from a distance. By the side of him, Yadav Prakasha was also there. Yamunacharya wanted to talk to Ramanuja. He was so much attracted. Immediately he knew that this boy would be the great future leader of the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Therefore he wanted to go to him. But he learned that Yadav Prakasha is his guru. So he is standing by his side. And Yadav Prakasha hated all this, whatever Ramanuja said. So if I go there, then I may be drawn into unnecessary disputes. Therefore, he did not go near him, only prayed to Varadaraja. Varadaraja, please give this young man to me so that he can become the next head of the Sri Rangamath, and then he may be the leader of all the Sri Vaishnava community. So he prayed to Varadaraja and went away. So and Varadaraja told him, yes, he will be sent at the proper time. And then he was satisfied, he went away. Then leaving Ramanuja there itself, when Alavandar reached Srirangam, now Ramanuja continued to do the seva in Kanchipuram. In the meanwhile, Ramanuja became more and more interested in learning the Vaishnavism from this Kanchipurna. Then he learned all deep secrets of the Vaishnava faith. Then on the other side, when Yamunacharya went back, he became seriously ill in Srirangam. So he thought that would be his last days. Therefore he sent one of his very intimate disciples, Mahapurna, you please go and then bring Ramanuja. I may not live long. So let us make him as the head of this center and leader of the Vaishnavas. So Mahapurna started to come to Kanchipuram. In the meanwhile, Ramanuja was there. Then Mahapurna came, both of them met, and then he told that Yamunacharya wants to meet you. You let us go and meet him. Both of them started. So when they started, it took about 4 days for them to reach from Kanchipuram to Srirangam by walk. When they came near Srirangam, that is Trichy, they found a big funeral procession going. What is this funeral procession? When they went and saw, it was Yamunacharya himself who has passed away. So Yamunacharya's dead body was being carried. Ramanuja got the shock of his life. Ramanuja had also known that Alavandar was such a great saint and he has accepted him in his mind as his disciple. Ramanuja had also in his mind accepted Alavandar as his guru, but he could not speak to him in the physical frame. So he was very much depressed. But when he went near and then saw the body, dead body of Alavandar, he found his 3 fingers were closed like that. 3 fingers were closed and clenched. Then Ramanuja asked the other disciples, did our Guru had any desires unfulfilled? Did he express any unfulfilled desire to you before he passed away? They all said, no, he did not tell us anything. Then Ramanuja himself dived deep into his meditation and found out what these 3 desires were. So he stood before the body of Alavandar. Then he promised, I will name 2 outstanding devotees, Vaishnava devotees, after the name of Parashara and Vyasa. Parashara and Vyasa are 2 great names. Parashara wrote the Vishnu Purana, Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata. So 2 great people, to make them immortal in a Vaishnava tradition, I will name 2 great Vaishnava who will be equally prodigious in their knowledge and saintly in their character. So I will make 2 disciples like that. When he said this one finger opened like that. A dead body was there, so 1 finger opened. Another he promised again, I will popularize Nammalvar's Divya Prabandham. Nammalvar's 1000 Prabandhams are there, so I will popularize that one. As soon as he said, the 2nd finger opened like that. Then 3rd one, I will write a new Bhashya on Brahma Sutras of Badarayana. When he said this one, third finger also opened. All the disciples saw what sort of a person he is. He could find out from his meditation what our Guru thought before he passed away. He is the real disciple of Alavandar. So they all accepted him as his successor. But Ramanuja was so angry with Sri Ranganatha. I came to see my Guru and then I could not see him in the body. So I don't want to see you also. He did not even go to Ranganatha. Out of anger he went away to the Kanchipuram. And then there he was again continuing the service of Varadaraja and keeping the company of Kanchipurna. So later on, this Kanchipurna initiated him into Vaishnava mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. So he was repeating that mantra. This was Mahapurna initiated him into this mantra. Then he was continuing his spiritual practices. In this short absence, so he was staying in his house, his wife was there, he was running his household, and he was bringing all these Vaishnava devotees. This Mahapurna was a great disciple of Alavandar. One day came with his wife to his house. So he was very much pleased, very much, Ramanuja was very much pleased. He entertained him in his house. Afterwards he went out for some small job. In the meanwhile, his wife Rakshambal, she was a good lady in her own way, but very, very orthodox, would not allow anybody to be very comfortable with her. She would always be talking about her high caste, all sorts of that old things. And she went on quarreling with Mahapurna's wife. Then he said, you belong to low caste, we are high caste, etc. Then those husband and wife, they got very much troubled. They said, why should you quarrel with this lady? So now Ramanuja also is not there to tell her any advice. Let us go away. Both of them disappeared. So when they went away, Ramanuja came back and then he learned the whole thing. Where did they go? So they went away by themselves. They did not wait for you. Then when he inquired further, he came to know because of this wife's haranguing and just talking to them irreverently that they had left. Then he thought, this is not the first time. How many devotees she has ill-treated. If this continues, it is not good for her also. And certainly not good for me. Therefore, he took her to her father's house, saying there was some marriage or something was there in the father's house. He took her to her father's house, left her there. You attend to this one. He came back and took to sannyas, renounced the world and became a sannyasi and became the sannyasi Ramanuja. And so already he was a sannyasi in mind. Now outward also he wore the akar robe and became the sannyasi. Then an incident occurred. His name, even as an ordinary scholar, so his name was very much popular. Then after he became a sannyasi, so people started thronging to him for every type of advice. His name and fame spread. So his guru, Yadav Prakasha, became very jealous of him. How to put this fellow's fame down? But instead of putting his fame down, an incident happened in which this Yadav Prakasha lost the present fame also. The king of that place, he had a daughter. She was possessed by one Brahmarakshas. That Brahmarakshas would not leave her at all. He was troubling her. Then the king ordered, so all the Vaidyas to come, all the other Mantravadis to come, all other saintly people to come and see that his daughter became normal. This Brahmarakshas would be driven out. Who will do that one? Then Yadav Prakasha said, I shall do it. He thought that because he was a great Vedantic scholar, if he goes and tells that Brahmarakshas go away, it will go away. But he went with all his pomp, and then before all his disciples, he ordered that Brahmarakshas to go away. Then that Brahmarakshas, instead of going, it shouted back to him, saying, who are you to order? You are only an ignorant fool you are. Somehow you have picked up a few words in the language of Sanskrit, and so you just order. Keep quiet, I am not going to listen to you. So it talked so irreverently. All people came to know this Yadav Prakasha had no spiritual power at all. In the meanwhile, Ramanuja came there